What is Still Moving to me? So at one level, of course, it is a book, but Still Moving is also a real stance or a place from which you wish to live your life and to lead. It's almost acting as a lightning rod, perhaps, for a cry or desire or a plea for a different kind of leadership in today's world. So the idea behind Still Moving came from my work with leaders in change, and including my own practice, dare I say it as well, when I noticed that the leaders who were more effective at leading change first paid attention to their inner state, their quality of being. And that involved doing things like, it could involve meditation, but essentially it was being really well prepared for everything that was going to be thrown at them in life. And once they got their inner state in a very grey, tranquil place, they could then cope with any big change in their organisations. One leader described it to me as being like in the eye of the storm. Great change leaders are like the eye of the storm.
It starts with this stillness inside, so really listening to what's going on inside of you and who you are, and then expanding that out into the field around you.
For example, you're leading a big change process and you're personally being rattled by it. In that case, Still Moving means you're able to just tune in to how it's rattling you, why it's rattling you, what that rattling might actually tell you about the situation, and then take that information in order to help the system that you're working with make a next move.
Staying present, being curious, tuning into things beneath the surface, not at face value, and then giving all of life and experience a systemic place and a systemic role. These were the 4 inner capacities that once you can master them, boy, you can lead any change. The requirement to lead change is huge right now in an ongoing way. Yet at the same time, traditional ways of leading change are much more tricky. You know, hierarchies are collapsing, millennials are entering the workforce. So just as the need to lead change well is increasing, maybe the old ways of doing it are fast disappearing.
What always catches me almost fresh every time is how counterintuitive Still Moving seems to be to what we believed for business and leadership for a long time. So taking the pace out, taking the time to be with yourself, taking breaks, being in silence, is just so opposed to what has been the common way of doing business in the past years. So that it really takes a lot of courage for people to embrace this new way of being and leading.
I've seen more change fail, not because of lack of vision. Vision is often the easy thing. But I've seen most change fail because of lack of facing up to what's here now.
Leaders who are aware of the way their own perspective shapes their decision making and are able to understand that their perspective is just a perspective and are able to engage in other perspectives and negotiate with other perspectives are going to make more effective leadership decisions.
The good news is that we've actually got research data to prove that this actually works, and it's empirical data from the field. So over a course of a year and a half, we actually got 88 stories of leading change from the field. Detailed, in-depth exploration of big changes, what did leaders do and how were they in that particular change.
We're not trying to crash things into a pre-existing idea we've got or anything, we're just saying we've got a general direction and we really think there's something going on here, let's find out what it is. And it's that real spirit of curiosity that I find very exciting.
My real hope here is to get a group of practitioners mushrooming across the world, be they inside organisations or external change coaches, and to have them understand the philosophy behind Still Moving, but also the practical application. The world desperately now needs a better way of leading change. Just look around us. So I'm very hopeful that in some small way, Still Moving might actually help that.